This is the Mohawk Mystic Soul Santos. I'm here to do the October reading for Libra. Libra, this is your reading for October to see what's going on. If you want to learn more about me and what we do with my company, we call This Modern Mystic. We like to dive into esoteric ways of transformation. But go ahead, check out thismodernmystic.com. If you want a personal reading, I never reach out to anybody. I don't make the first move. You have to make the first move and contact me. Go to thismodernmystic.com. Thank you for joining me. Let's see what we got going on here for Libra. My daughter is a Libra. One of my daughters is a Libra. So this is going out to you. But the first animal that we got for the Libra, or the animal, is the hawk. Woo, boy, the hawk. You know, that the hawk is all about perspective. The hawk is all about perspective. Are you gaining perspective? And that's what October brings, is asking you to go ahead and gain some perspective in life. How does a hawk gain perspective? They have to go up in the air, get a bird's eye view. They have to pull themselves away from what's going on in order to get a better idea, a bigger picture idea of what's going on. And that's what it's all about, is being able to, when you're in the soup, when you're in it, sometimes it's very difficult to get the whole picture because you're so polarized to what's going on in the moment. You kind of cheat yourself of the big picture look. The other thing that came to mind about the hawk is they don't force themselves up there. They just kind of float up there. You know, it's not like a running away from your situation. You know, still very much being a part of what's going on, but being able to look at it from a higher point of view. All right, let's see what the tarot got to say. Let's see what the cards got to say for Libra. All right, let's see what they got. We got the first card is, here it is. Oh, the Three of Swords. What are you waiting for? And that's in the lower self position. What are you waiting for right now? When the waves are perfect, the scenery is perfect, everything is perfect, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move. Time for you to go ahead and make that move. So if you have something that you've been talking about or something that you've been thinking about that needs to happen, there is no better time than now, is what the Three of Wands is talking about. The Lovers. Six is the sixth card. The Lovers is not only if this is a relationship, if you're, you know, there's no time like now, if it has to do with a relationship, and it looks good so far in the reading, it looks good, and this is in the future position, so it looks good for relationships or even partnerships, even business partnerships. It looks like it's going to pan out pretty well for you if you go ahead and make that move, if you've been waiting to make that move. But it's not necessarily a romantic relationship. It can be a business partnership. The Knight of Pentacles, and this is in your higher self. Your higher self is telling you that you have been planting seeds, and he's not in a hurry. You know, he's just kind of just moving along and not forcibly trying to do anything, and the seeds are being planted. And so your higher self is saying that you already have a lot of stuff in your escrow that's waiting to grow and waiting to blossom, right? Waiting to grow and waiting to blossom. So don't worry too much about the provisions. It looks like you had an issue with being able to see that you had a choice, right? And this is the Two of Swords, that you had a choice to make. You feel like that you are binded up and there's no choice to be made, like it's being unfair for you. You can't see a resolution to your problems. And what the Two of Swords is saying is that, hey, you might not be able to see what's going on, but you can feel what's going on. So you got to trust your intuition on what's going on. If you're true to your feelings, then you know what decision to make. You got to be true to your feelings. Sometimes the way that things look can be deceiving. So your ability to see what the right thing is being taken away. And that's in the past position. You're already realizing that if you look at it, you don't see an answer to it. And then you got the Knight of Swords, and you got two knights here, so it's time to make some moves, right? And the Knight of Swords, I'm sorry, the King of Swords. Sorry, scratch that. You only got, so you got the King of Swords, which the King of Swords has to do with your mind and being steady in your mind when you're trying to manifest the things that you need to. Is your mind stir crazy? Are you thinking about a whole bunch of things that are contradicting to the outcome of what you want? You know, that's the question to be asking. Is your mind steady enough to be on what you want in order to get what you want? Be on the positive aspect of what you want, not what you're missing. To be able to think of the moves to move forward to get what you want instead of all the things that are stopping you, instead of not being able to see the things that you don't see. How about you look at the things that you do see? All right. All right. And now we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about competition. People competing, not necessarily competing for exactly what you're doing, but maybe competing for your energy, competing for your attention. Maybe all this stuff that's going on here, the people around you are competing for your mind in order for you to think about what it is that you want, for the relationships that you want, for the perfect scenery that you want, and in order for you to be able to see the seeds that you're laying for your provisions. And so this competition, be aware of what is infringing upon your state of being. Just because everybody says it's so doesn't mean it's so for you. Does that make sense? Maybe if you are able to clear yourself a little bit more, clear your head, then it'll be a lot easier for you to see what really needs to happen. And now we have the Tower. And the Tower, what I'm getting is that it's very hard for you not to be influenced by others and the competitive nature of the things that they're saying. That is very hard for you not to. So what that's going to do is it's going to cause a tower moment for you where you feel like your whole life is crashing down. And it really is. The foundation of what you believe is being shattered. It's being brought down because it's not serving you anymore. And that's why you have the Tower moment, because you're unable to let go of something that is not serving you anymore and is keeping you from moving forward in the direction that you want to move. And so if you're able to let that go, when this moment comes, if you don't hold on to it so desperately, it'll serve you well. Okay. The Two of Wands, you are definitely meant to make some changes. You got two twos. There's some decisions to be made, but you are definitely meant to do something different. And with a hawk as your spirit animal, this something different is going to give you a better perspective on where you're going in life, right? And so you see it with the Two of Wands. She's looking out the window holding this wand, the thing that she wants to do. But the reason why she hasn't embarked on this journey yet is because she's afraid of losing this other wand, afraid of losing something that she already has. And just so you know, Libra, once you've had something, it doesn't mean that you lose it, because it's the experience of having it that's important, not necessarily materially having it. You understand what I mean? It's the experience that molds you and builds you and helps you to evolve. And what this card is asking you to do is do something different. You've been looking out the window like maybe I should try something new, and it's saying go ahead and do it. The Three of Wands is confirming it by saying go for it. It won't be any more perfect than now for you to do that. Holding on to it, I feel like this is kind of a warning. Not listening to it and listening to what everybody else is saying, not listening to what your gut and your heart is saying, is going to cause a tower moment. And even when you do move to in this other direction, or you do try this new thing, is going to feel like your life is falling apart. But what's happening is all the things that you don't need are going to fall away from you And because you're bonded to those things, it's going to feel like it's the wrong thing to do. But when in actuality, you're gaining a better perspective on life and where you're going in life. All right. Does that make sense, Libra? And so October seems to be very full for you in different decisions that you need that are being brought up to you. And that's okay. Take your time and follow your intuition. There's no time like the present, right? Thank you, Libra, for your time and for joining me today. I hope this was very helpful for you, and you have a wonderful October.